Okay, welcome back to the last part of the last one part for part five. We already learned in the previous one that the wind was getting stronger because Santiago was talking to the wind, the spirit of the wind, the spirit of the desert, but then the spirit of the desert and the wind, right? They didn't understand what the love was. Then they were planning to talk to the sun, which was more intelligent, more smart. Let's go. This is where we stopped and paused in the previous one, so let's keep going.
So they go to the sun now. And he talks to the sun next. And the sun says, so the wind told me, right? The wind introduced me. And the wind says that you know about love. Santiago, you know about love. Interesting. And he says, if you know about love, you must know about the soul of the world. Again, the spirit of the whole world. And the sun says, I can see because I'm up in the sky, high in the sky. I'm closer. So I can see the soul of the world, right? The spirit of God, really, is what talking.
Okay, now the sun, right, asks or says to the Santiago, okay, you know about what love is. So if you know about love, you must know the spirit of the world, the whole world, right? The entire world. So anyway, let me explain a little bit about the Santiago. In the beginning of this book, Santiago was a very good boy. We could say that he was a gentleman, let's say. When I say the gentleman, that means that he was moral. Behaviors, manners were good. He didn't do anything bad to people. You know, maybe in his life he did something stupid. Maybe a few things that were stupid. But overall, he was a very good person. Right? He had been a good person. So the reason that now you can see that he is connecting the so many kinds of spirit with him is that because his heart is pure enough. I think to be that kind of person, you have to be pure first, I think, so that you can. We know this in any religion, actually. They have some spirit or some beliefs, and how can I say that? Well, whatever they have, but doesn't matter. They have to be a pure, honest person. They have to be good morally. They have to have the virtues, right? And then those things can happen to that person, right? They have to believe. Okay.
Talking about. So the soul said, the sun says, I learn love from the spirit of the world. That's where I learn to love. And because.
So, okay, the sand knows, right, what the love is. And then, well, I also know the love because I learned love from the spirit of the world. So you must know that too.
As I love everyone on earth. I love the earth. I love all of the creatures on earth. Because of that, I take care of everyone on earth, right? I give my energy, the sun's energy, I give it to the earth so they can live. I know I don't go too close. If I go too close, I will burn the earth. Everyone will die.
So the sand says, well, because I know the love, that's why I give the love to the whole universe, the earth, the entire world. I take care of living creatures on earth, in the world, right? I know that I should not get close to the living creatures on earth, because if I get very close to them, I can burn them to death, right?
If I am too far, everyone will become cold and they will die.
Okay, so if I'm too far from the earth, everybody will be cold and they will die. So if you don't get the sense energy, you will die. So that's why I know it. I'm stay far, a little bit far from the earth.
So I'm just right. I'm right in the middle. I give them exactly what they need.
So right, the sense that where I'm just right in the middle. So what does it mean by that? Well, whatever you are learning, doing, believing, whatever that is to you, doesn't matter. Well, stay in the middle, right? That's the message.
Everybody on earth, I give everything they need to use my energy and to live a good life. That's love. That's what the sun says. And so the boy kind of says, yes, I understand. Now I know about this. But then the boy says, you don't know completely about love. He says that is a kind of love, but the problem is the reason that you, the son, the reason you don't know everything about love is because your kind of love stays the same, right? The sun is always the same. Comes up and goes down, comes up, goes down. Basically always the same. And he says, but the deepest love will change you. The deepest love will make you become a better person. It changes you into something else, something much higher, something much better. That's the most powerful love of all. And
Santiago, right? He explains back to the sun. Well, that's one kind of love that you're having for the earth. But the love that I mean is that. So Santiago is not just not talking about that the sun is round. This is one kind of love, but there's another love who can make you a better person, right? The kind of love that can change you into something else, something much powerful, right? Something much higher. So what does it mean by this? Well, you know this, right? Like, let's talk about the parents. Even though you are a bad boy or a bad girl, and that they still love you, and they take care of you, but you're doing bad things, you're not listening to them, but the more they care about you, and the more maybe you will change, right? So that's the kind of love that Santiago is talking about to the son.
you, the son, you don't know about that, right? Santiago.
You always stay the same, so you don't know about this kind of love that we have in humanity.
And so at this point, the son says, well, really? That's interesting. We need to talk to the soul of the world. We need to talk to God now, right? We have to, because the son says, I don't know if you're right or not. So let's talk to the soul of the world. Let's go all the way to the top and let's see if you are correct. Let's see if you understand correctly, Santiago.
So the son doesn't believe him for the first time. And then, okay, let's get all the way to the spirit of the world. So basically, AJ is talking that this is God.
And so they do. The son connects Santiago to the soul of the world. And he sees the soul. He sees that the soul of God was his own soul. Right? That he finally gets this connection directly with God, right? With the highest spiritual force. And at this point, the boy truly understands, right? He gains wisdom. He gains understanding. He gains the understanding that everything in the world, including himself, comes from that spirit of, the soul of the world, the soul of God. That it all comes from that, and we all return to that. So that...
Okay, so basically, finally, right, Santiago talks to the spirit of the world, and then after he talks to the spirit of the world, he understands everything on earth, and he understands where he comes from. He understands after he dies where he needs to go back. So I want you to think about it. I have my own thinking and own ideas and opinions opinions about it, but I just don't want to tell here, because I want you to think. Everybody can have different ideas and opinions on this.
That's what's happening inside his mind.
So that's what is happening, right? That's what is happening in his mind. But outside, maybe
the outside, the soldiers, the guys, the fighters, they just see the wind become super, super, super strong. It becomes so strong that the sand is blowing and everybody becomes really scared. And they believe him. They say, "Oh my God, this guy, this kid, this young man, he's a magician. He's got this incredible power."
Incredible means
and so finally they say, "Stop, enough. We believe you. We won't kill you. We believe you." But Santiago knows that it's not, he doesn't have the power. It's not from him. The power only comes from God. But the guys in the guys watching this don't completely understand that.
So the fighters, right, they are very afraid of the wind is like getting stronger, more serious. Santiago is not doing any of the stuff. He is just basically talking with his mind by connecting the spirit of different things. So you can see here. I want to talk about, this is the what we call like inner peace. So if you have the inner peace, you can win the external things, okay, in the world, in humanity. Inner peace comes first, then later things they happen naturally.
This is the big message. This is the right here. This is the peak, the top. We might call, in English we call the climax of the story. This is the real treasure, and Santiago just got it. Santiago just got the real treasure. The story will continue, we'll see, but in fact, this is the real treasure. This is what he needed to learn. This is really what the journey is about. This is the
So the treasure that he had a dream of is this kind of treasure. That now he gains knowledges and wisdom. He understands really well about the world.
Journey. He needed to not just learn in his mind, not just read in a book, but he needed to directly feel and experience and directly connect with that soul, the Spirit of God, and he needed to understand, to experience it, right? Not just the idea, but a direct experience. That's the real treasure. That's the whole point. That's the real purpose, the deep purpose of this whole dream, the whole journey, everything that he's been doing. That this is it right here. So he does it. Finally the storm goes away. And they say, "Okay, we believe you. You can go." They let him go. So the alchemist and Santiago continue. They leave and they continue walking towards the pyramids. Now, of course, Santiago, this is a huge thing, right? This is a big experience he just had. So he's not quite fully understanding it yet, right? He needs to kind of think about this for a little while. It's such a big experience, it's kind of overwhelming experience. So he's kind of quiet for a while and they just keep walking.
So finally the fighters, right, they let them go, and then so the Alchemist and the Santiago, they keep moving towards their target, their goal, right? Santiago on the journey, he's still quiet because he doesn't understand yet what is happening with him, because he gains some kind of special things inside of him. So maybe he's thinking about his life. Who knows?
They go to a monastery, a Christian monastery.
Okay, finally they arrive at the monastery. We don't say, we pronounce monastery. Monastery. All right, so they arrive at the monastery. So I'm gonna stop here and pause here, and it's a little bit longer. So if I keep going, it will be long enough, like the previous one. So I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna stop here, and I will do another part again. So good luck. I hope you enjoy listening to that. I hope you like it and think deeply. Uh, is this book is really famous for this, so maybe you will have some kind of messages that you can think of. So bye for now. Good luck. See you in the next one.